And welcome back, Firewood Addicts, to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Today, we're going to be splitting some wood. Do it. So I got this wood about 2 weeks ago. This wood right here. I believe you saw the dump. Not ideal wood, but I think it's still good to go. But now it's on my lawn. I need to process it. So we just got done with some sun. We just got done with some rain, and now it's sunny. We have several days of sun, and it's time to get outside once again and get the processing. So I have this wood. A lot of it is at length. A few pieces are a little longer, so those will be set aside to be bucked up further. But I have this whole section, as you saw in the previous episode, that is vacant. It is empty. Here it was hemlock, now no longer. So hemlock has been sold, has been burned, and now it's time to replenish this area with wood to dry out, to be sold. It's just time to do it. So I have about an hour, so let's stop talking, get the splitting. Alright, so ran out of time. Just a quick splitting job. So I guess some points to the video, just to give the video some substance. So number one, time management. You could be the busiest person in the world, getting up at 5 to have meetings, or and going to bed at 11 or 12 or whatever. Working, family, cooking, laundry, errands, whatever you do, you could be the busiest person. But if you're doing new firewood, either you're doing it to heat your home, either you're doing it to sell, you're doing both, you have to prioritize. You have to make sure that you have time every once in a while to do firewood. Now, as we all know, if you don't have a kiln, it takes a long time for wood to dry. It all varies on the species and the environment, etc. But for the most part, it takes several months. So the faster you get the wood processed and piled up or stacked, however you want to do it, it has to be cut and split. Bottom line. So I only had an hour today. That hour dropped to a half an hour because I had to do something real quick. But I got several rounds split, so I'm started on the job. So sometimes when you're doing a project like this or task, just getting it started, that will give you the motivation to continue and getting it done. This is all the time I have for today, but tomorrow maybe I have a little bit more time, and I'll continue, and I will just knock that pile out and be done. Another thing, it doesn't matter how fast your splitter is. This one thing has like a 9 or 14 second cycle time. It's not super slow, it's not fast, and it only has a single wedge. It doesn't matter how fast your splitter is or processor is, you still need to devote time to processing the wood. Period. Bottom line. So either that's going to be a half an hour, it's going to be 2 hours, it could be the whole day. Good for you. But to make sure that you can plan ahead and schedule it, or if a meeting drops out or you have half a day, split some wood, rock and roll. Yeah. Another point I want to show is I did use a little bit in the beginning of this episode and previously, bringing back the 4-way wedge. Now, I have not furthered my modification of this since I tried this for a second time. All it is just very carefully putting it on here, running it into a round, and then seeing if I can get 4 pieces. Now, I commented out, and I think I mentioned this before in an episode, with the additional length here, this space gets shortened. The ram is programmed, or whatever, lengthwise, to go stop just before this bottom plate, right? Adding more length, it will shorten this distance, right? You with me? So by doing so, I had not done anything to the piston, the ram, whatever. So if you're going to use something that's not for this make and model, to stop shy, to watch this go. So I did this for maybe like 2 or 3 rounds, and because the horizontal wings, the wedge, they're not wide enough, it didn't really cut through. So I just tossed it, and I need to modify. I need to make these a little bit longer to actually cut. So I think this is still usable, but not for now. Third thing, finally on the channel, I'm sorry, Brandon. Finally on the channel, I was using hookaroon that I got from Brandon over at Whiskey River Trading Co. And I was impressed. It is super cool to not be able to not have to bend over and get rounds. Now, I had the opportunity to use this prior, but the rounds were just too heavy, or even the chunks were too heavy to even use this. So, but these pieces are conifer pieces, they're not very heavy, and this worked good. Now, I'm not used to this, and I told him I haven't used this because I'm afraid that I'm going to hit my leg, hit my shin. Ouch. So don't do that. And he laughed at me saying, you just got to do it, Travis, and I agree, I did it. So I do like this. I think that this is a great tool. The handle is wood, and there's a wax coating on it. If you don't want the wax on there, you can shave it off carefully and then put a boiled linseed on it, or a boiled linseed oil on it, coat it. But I like how it looks now. Definitely over time will be used and abused. This is also showcased on the 1,000 subscriber giveaway on my buddy Mike's channel. He got one. Go over and check his go ahead and check his episode out where he's using it. I think the new edition. But one thing I'll say about this, and I'm sure this is user's error, is I would swing and hit into it either on the side, on the bark, or into the end of the round and get it up here, which is fine, but then I couldn't get the darn thing out. Is this too? I don't know. I don't think that there's such thing as having this point be too sharp, right? That's not a factor. Is I'm doing too much force to get in? Am I just too weak in the arms to get it out? Or am I doing? Should I do this? Should I twist it? What is? You tell me in the comments. Of those of you who have used hookaroons or however you call it, the hookaroon, however you would call it, what's the technique? Are you putting so much energy into it that you can get it out, or is there a technique to get the point out of the wood? You tell me. Anyway, a cool tool. So I had a few minutes ago. I hope that you enjoyed that. Just a little, something different. Being active in the wood yard, you have to be active. Stay active. Make sure that you're continually cutting wood. There's some channels out there that have a quota per day or per week or per month. I don't have that. I don't have the opportunity to do that. I do have plenty of wood to split. I just don't have that. It's not possible, and I don't want to make excuses for myself, but in terms of my situation, it's not possible. So each wood yard is different. So don't judge. But we are excited. We bought our tickets to go to Vermont. We're going to be there between the 18th and the end of the month. On the 30th, we fly out of Burlington. So if you're in the area, if you're a fellow woodhound, and if you're in the area, let me know. I need help. I need help. I need access to some few chainsaws, some people power, and a splitter. Now I have a guy who may or may not watch this episode. I have a guy who's willing to help, and we're gonna put in the time and volunteers time and equipment. But he's 2 hours away, and I would hate to put him out. He's willing to do it, but he's 2 hours away. If I can find someone who's closer, that'd be great. Yeah, if you're in the area, let me know, and we will catch up. You'll definitely be on the channel. That'd be cool. Anyway, life's too short to be a prick, so be kind to each other. Until next time, rock and roll. Stay safe, keep cutting. Cheers.